Da 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 da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da
Hello.
da da.
Da-da-da. I love it. Love it so much. Salty. Hey.
What do you want? Why am I here? What's
Why
going
am I
on?
here?
Hail chat. What's going
Why
on?
are any
Happy
of us here?
Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. Happy Easter,
Yes.
everyone. So, yeah, thanks for having me on.
Happy
Purple.
Easter. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have got some fantastic people in the chat. Let me say hey to everybody. We've got our favourite vampire. We've got Nosferatu. Great to see you.
Fine,
We've
brother.
got Chris Wood. Good evening. Great to see you. We've got Azja. Hello. Happy Easter. Who else have we got? Alan Copeland. Hey there. He says happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you so much. Leia Rose. Hello, sweetheart.
Hey.
Great to see you. Southern Viking. Hey there. Says happy birthday. Thank you. We've got Lord Thoth in the house. We've got Pod Racing Palpatine. Good evening to you. Hey there. Who else? Oh, you guys have been busy.
Sarah Green is up in this place. Hail to Leia Rose. We got Pod Racing Palpatine, who is
Nice.
Rey Skywalker's grandpa.
True.
And that bitch is coming back because Mattel and Disney just can't stop burning money.
They've got a surplus of plastic that they need to use.
I hope Rey comes back as a trans this time, because what Rey Skywalker needs is a stapled on penis. Just gonna say that.
Better yet, I've seen alleged screenshots that they put up on Twitter, and Rey's expecting. Yeah.
Is she a man? Because see, she could still be a man, because that's the world we live in now. Communism works, and men can give birth.
We've got Scott Westbrook. He says, wow, do we share a birthday? Happy birthday. Technically, it was yesterday, but Purple was making merry, so I didn't do a stream yesterday. But happy birthday, Scott. Hope you have a great one. Let's see. We've got Black Philip Alvarez. Hey there. We've got David Harvey. Great to see you. And
awesome.
We've got Mexican Iron Man in the house, who has been kind enough to send a super chat. Thank you so much. He says, happy birthday. Sending you a virtual Mexican Iron Man in a cake surprise. It works like this. As soon as you get near the cake, you get surprised by what pops up out of the cake. Of course, Mike. That's what you meant. Giggity. Happy birthday. Thank you.
Is that called the Mexican jumping bean? Asking for a friend, Mike. Asking for a friend. Hail to Kev L, who's also in the chat. We've got Positive Condor. Cheers to you and your brother Negative Condor. It's awesome to see you. So
heck yes, great to see you guys. And who else have we got? We've got Smile a While. Hello, sweetheart. And we've got My Nerdy Home. Hello, Steph. Thank you, sweetheart. So good to see you. She says, happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you so much, my love. Great to see you as always. Hope you're doing having a great time at the moment. And hello to Ren Zero. Great to see you. Guys, you guys are killing it in the chat. We've got Kai. Hello, Kai. Great to see you as well. So, what I thought we'd do today, because we haven't done one in a while, we'd just have a little bit of a chill and chat and just see where you guys take it, because it's been a while. I haven't streamed in a little bit and I'm a little bit rusty. I don't know about you, Salty. It kind of gets you after a
No.
while.
Yeah, no. I mean, I have a stack of woo-woo articles that we can go over. Maybe not this show, but I was thinking about doing a live stream after this just because why not, right?
Nice.
I wanted to be respectful of people's time. I mean, a lot of our friends are with their families having Easter, as you should. I mean, this is an
Of
important
course,
holiday,
absolutely.
but it's wonderful to see everybody. And Purple, it was your birthday yesterday. You and I talked a bit, and it was just
It
nice to catch
was.
up and learn about some of your exploits. But you got loot, and she's going to
Oh,
show off some
yes.
birthday loot.
I
So
am
yeah.
indeed. I was a very lucky girl. Got way more stuff than I was expecting, so I'll show off a few very awesome gifts. But let me say thank you and hey
Oh.
to Ren Zero. He says, "Happy birthday, Purple. Hope you had a good one and plenty to drink." I did indeed. Hence the stream being pushed back to today. If not, I've had plenty today for the both of us. Well, cheers and cheers to you as well. And we've also got Flaccid Phoenix. Great to see you as always. He says, "Happy birthday, Purple. Hope you're having a great day." I am indeed. Thank you, love. Always good to see you. So good to see you. And Sarah Green said, "Purple, 16 years ago today, my son and I were in Surrey. Very cool. Tearing it up in a pub in Purley. Made the pilgrimage to Oxford to pay our respects to the professor." Okay, that's kind of awesome.
Sweet. Very sweet.
That
Get your
is
Tolkien
great.
stuff, kids. Get your real Tolkien
Oh,
stuff. I've been
yes.
trying to buy a lot of things in hardcover because I do live the mantra of buy physical media. But
Mhm.
you will start noticing that the prices of everything, not just food, have gone up. But if you're trying to buy good, decent, in shape hardcover books of just about any
Mhm.
fantasy series, and there's a lot of stuff from the 80s that I've been trying to go deeper into, it's simply not there, or it's $50. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
what the hell is going on? The Chronicles of Amber, Dragonlance Chronicles, you can find beaten up paperbacks, but good
Mhm.
luck trying to find hardcovers. So
Yes. Do you
yeah.
favor hardcovers? Because I know I do. If I can get a book in a hardcover rather than a paperback, I will.
Well, I should probably just put a bib on everything I own, including myself. That's why I buy paperbacks, because I destroy everything. I don't intend to, but if anybody's eating spaghetti sauce, it ends up all over my clothes. Like that, like it just happens. Like it's so like yeah, I would treat books as what they were, which were vehicles to communicate a story to me. So I would beat the hell out of them, which is why I had paperbacks. But I've
Mhm.
been going on this kind of a spree now, seeing as how the dollar is being destroyed and Western civilization is ending, that I wanted to get some hardcovers, to be buried with in my Viking tomb with my
Of
huge
course.
sword, which is back there when they put me in my funeral pyre and the women weep and there's lamentation. I wanted to have those hardcover books either cremated or put with me. So, but now I do favor hardcover books, and I don't know how
Mhm.
chat feels, but I've always loved the portability of paperbacks. Like my truck, I
Yeah.
drive around out here in the middle of nowhere, and I've got Tolkien, I've got Dragonlance. The covers are ripped up, but the stories are there because
Oh,
again, I
yeah.
don't treat the paperbacks as something holy. To me, they're like my pocket knife. I mean, it's an integral tool as to how I live my life. So
Mhm. That's a really
yeah.
good way of looking at it, and I know we've talked in the past as well about having things like Kindle and how useful those are, especially when you're traveling, but it's nothing like actually having a book in your hands,
They're gonna take it
especially an old
away.
book.
They're
Mhm.
gonna take it away, or they're gonna edit it. It's, and again, this is not a, well, is it a conspiracy show? Look who you're talking to. It's not actually. Here's the thing: it's not actually a conspiracy
It's not,
if
no.
it's actually happening, right? That means it's just actually happening. It's not a conspiracy, but yeah, I do have a Kindle, which I will read in bed simply because I can turn the lights off and you know how it goes. But I am getting back into reading hardcover now because I'm
Mhm.
anticipating a time when our stories will be changed because somebody thinks that the orcs shouldn't be evil and
Oh,
Sauron was right to depopulate Middle Earth because there's too many people or some bullshit like that, right?
look what they tried to do with Roald Dahl. Beloved children's author. Is he politically correct? Does it matter? His
Yeah.
stories were there for kids. If you're a bad person, then bad things happen to you. That's the whole
Yeah.
point of his books.
Yeah, which is exactly the message they're removing from
Hmm.
children's entertainment. Like, if you don't know not to get into the white van, what do you do?
Yeah, cause
Cause, effect, cause, effect.
it's the consequences of your own actions. It's amazing. And we've got some great comments in chat. Daniel says last time he was in a bookstore, so almost all of the science fiction were giant-sized paperbacks. I've
I
seen a
forget
lot of
what
the
that was.
omnibuses, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm trying to find too, is I've been finding
Mhm,
omnibuses of the Belgariad and sort of Shannara, and I
mhm.
did find a cool, and I think it was released when the trilogy came out, Jackson's trilogy. I've got a huge cover of The Lord of the Rings, Two Towers and Return of the King, like in this massive hardcover. So that's cool. But I also kind of want some other editions too. And you used to be able to find these things like, sometimes you'd get them like at a pretty good deal, like on thrift
Yes,
books or eBay, but it would appear that the rest of the world in nerddom who doesn't hang out on YouTube is doing the same thing. People are buying physical media. The same thing with
they are.
DVDs.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I mean, I've had things taken away from me that I bought on Apple iTunes years ago, and they're just gone. And it's like, well, I paid for that. Well, they're like, too bad. You're renting what it is that you buy, which sounds a lot like you'll own nothing and like it. But what do I know?
And what can you do about it? Absolutely nothing, because that's the contract you signed when you signed up for it, unfortunately. Chris says his sister got him the first 3 Witcher books in a hardcover set because she's a good sister. She certainly is.
That's
And
a
I
good
know
read.
you're a big fan of The Witcher.
I really do love those books. It's
Hmm.
such a great world to be immersed in. And this is not the show to bitch about what Netflix did in that hag that is not adapting Sapowski's works. But it's a great story. And the character of the Witcher is amazing, and Vesmir and
Hmm.
Ciri. And it's just, especially now in this world full of lies and deliberately creating mental illness and discordance and cognitive dissonance, to disappear into a story that has good morality, good characters, that makes sense. It's just wonderful to, regardless of what they're doing to us, as long as you have that book, you can escape,
Hmm.
which is what this was always about.
That's it, and the chat get it as well. They're saying, Renzira said, Eddings is amazing. The Balgarad is a fantastic tale, absolutely. Daniel, D&D removed the half elves and half species because the concept is racist.
This time, this
Uh-huh.
time they've finally solved racism, Purple Valkyrie.
Thank
This is
God.
all that it took, much like communism. Much like communism, where we're always one mass grave away from utopia. All right, so tomorrow we gotta fill another mass grave, and then we're one step closer to communism. It's the same thing with this D&D bullshit and the stuff within our popular culture. Like, you gotta remove the men. Okay, that happened. What are they doing now? They're removing women. You notice that?
Oh, yes.
This is all from some really demented minds that
To
are
be fair,
following a very
Wizards of the
basic
Coast
process.
seemed absolutely determined to sink
Yeah.
their own ship. It's incredible. Nosferatu said, I want to pit my WWF figures against Salties and make sound effects whilst we play.
This
I'm down for that.
You'll cut a bitch. Now, this is the one that I remember when we had the shark was eating, and I was describing
Uh-huh.
that Australian kicker who is. But I have this here for visual aids, which is not that Devon tranny for Budweiser. I mean, it's an aid visually to talk about this. So yeah, and I don't care, because this is all what this is, and they can kiss my ass. I'm tired of it. Okay, that dude. That's a dude. Okay, that's a dude. And unfortunately, I think he's going to self-delete himself after he's been used up by this agenda. And everybody knows it, but we can't say that, can we? And I'm sorry, I'm not going to play this game anymore. They're coming for me. I know that. And a lot of you. This channel, I probably won't be around. Purple won't be around. You know why? Because we have wrongthink. And at this point, I mean, in Purple, I would not do this if I hadn't talked about you. But it's just like,
No,
it's
it's true.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We are human beings. We are not interested in being meat puppets connected to the internet. Are you? Sorry.
That's it. I think we're getting very close to the time where we have to kind of wean ourselves off social media, because it's just stressing people out. A lot of our friends, a lot of our families, everybody's feeling down. But Naughty Monkey Olraf, great to see you. Let me say thank you to you, says dropping by to wish you a happy birthday. Hugs to you as well. Great to see you. Astasha says we're all heading for room 101. Not wrong.
Hail to Nathan, a man of Manethron. It's awesome to see you, dude. I'm going to give you, I was going to send you pictures, but I'm going to show you. This is the progress I've made on
That's
your
amazing.
pouch. I'm making Nathan a tobacco pouch here.
That is gorgeous.
With the leathercraft stuff. So just so you get I am working on it, dude. I just need to get more black leather. So there's your update, Nathan. So.
That is amazing, and you're really getting into this, aren't you? Because I know it was something that you were curious about and you really wanted to try. But have you surprised yourself with how quickly you've taken to it?
No, yes. I mean, what it is it goes back to what you said earlier, Purple Valkyrie. I'm trying to wean myself off of social media. When I go on Twitter, and I am not the first person to say this, I am really kind of surprised at the biochemical reaction my body has to a lot of the content on there. And I don't know if people in chat have been seeing this, but it seems that a lot of really crazy wackadoodle progressive crap has suddenly been put into my feed, which I have very selectively muted and blocked a ton of people on because I don't want to hear their wackadoodle shit. You know what I mean? And suddenly it's there again. And so I'm trying to be in physical space. I'm trying to do a physical, tangible thing that exists with my hands, you know, and leather crafting is just one of them. So
yes, and Nevin says that looks sexy AF.
You know, baby, come on, what are you come on. Yeah.
And let me say a big thank you again to Mexican Iron Man. Great to see you as always. He says, wait a minute. Who the hell said I was not willing to be Purple's meat puppet? Salty does not speak for me in this regard. Double birthday giggity.
What is that, culturally insensitive? I don't think so. I think it was funny. Hail, Mike. What you do with your Mexican jumping bean in Purple Valkyrie is none of my business. None.
Thank you so much, and Leaky, great to see you as always. It says dropping by to say happy birthday, Purple. May you have another peaceful, happy, and successful year. But thank you. I hope that we all have a happy, successful, peaceful year. But we're only in April at the moment, and it doesn't seem to be heading that way.
No, not when the de-dollarization of the world is occurring. Here's a spoiler, and we're not going to get into it on the show. But oil is a commodity, and it is tied directly to the cost of food. And when the price of oil goes up in the Western civilization, there's a direct correlation to the price of food. Now, when you're artificially destroying your ability to manufacture food, because there's too many people on the planet,
because of my reasons.
Yes. Minor attracted billionaires that are sociopaths want to control everything. It's going to go up even more. So I'm just going to say, prepare accordingly.
Yes, absolutely, and don't register your garden if you've got one, please, because that's what they want people to do, and it's like no, sorry. I lost my garden in a boating accident. It was a shame,
along with my precious metals and my 2A. It was a terrible accident.
It was tragic. But let me say a incredibly grateful thank you to the one and only Squeaker. We've talked about this, guys. If there's one person who is always positive on Twitter, it's Squeaker. She's one of those people that will help absolutely anybody, and she's one of those kind of go-to people. If I need a pick-me-up, I always know that she'll tweet something cute or something inspiring or just something good. So thank you so much, sweetheart. I really, really appreciate that, and I appreciate you. So good to see you. We really need to do a stream together soon, if you're up for
Hail
it.
Squeaker. Squeaker's also great fun to play Dungeons and Dragons with. Hail.
Yes, she is. She's so much better than I am. Oh my gosh, guys. Should I show you a couple of these amazing things that I got? And I got something else to tell you that I wasn't expecting to do today, but I'll get to that in a little bit. But what I
can vamp.
You can vamp.
I can do more.
Okay. I can just lean across. I
okay.
came prepared because that's what Purple does. So the first thing that I wanted to show you, and this is kind of awesome.
You should go big screen. Nobody wants to see ugly me. Come on.
All right, let me big screen myself. There we go, solo. So, hey! Hi guys, good to see you. Look at this little fella. This is one of my birthday presents. Every Valkyrie needs a raven. And this is mine. He hasn't got a name, so if anybody wants to come up with a clever name for him, I would be very, very appreciative. But
That's cool.
he's gorgeous. He just sits on the sofa as he does.
That's awesome, by the way. Hail, and Nathan, Amanda Manethrin has to go. Thanks for dropping by, dude. It's great to see you.
Thank you so much, Nathan. Great to see you as always. We've got Rowena. We've got Roger. That's good. We've got Edgar. That's really good. I like that, Edgar. That works really well. We've got Poe from Southern Viking. Great to see you.
I kind of like it, Poe.
I like Poe. That works. I like that. Might have to be Poe. That's a great idea, guys. What else have we got? So, a couple of these are from our man Salty himself, and one of the things he sent was this awesome. Ooh. Now you can't read this because I need to flip my camera around, but you get the idea.
We can read it. It's right. It's right.
Is it right? Okay. It looks wrong to me. Okay. It's hard to tell because it's reversed, but we have some absolutely beautiful tarot cards. I'll leave that over there for a minute.
Sarah Grian says a Valkyrie needs a raven named Hugin, which you can't argue with. Yeah,
that is a great idea. That's a gorgeous idea. Parrothead says Salty third.
No. Call me Grandpa Salty. That means there's a Salty Junior running around somewhere I'm not aware of, and I'm not about to pay 20 years of back child support, so we can just back off that idea. Thanks.
You guys are killing it with the names. We've got Brandon after the crow. Very good. We've got Van Vandad. We've got Eric. Chris Wood says George. You guys are amazing. But I'll just grab one at random. Let's have a look, see what we can come up with. And these are obviously the major and minor arcana. But there we go. Give you an idea of what they look like. Gorgeous artwork. I can't wait to play with these and actually get back into reading the cards, because I haven't done that for a long time, but this is just the set to do it.
Yeah, one of the things we were talking about was trying to do that on a live stream, like for somebody in chat, and trying to do a reading, because I don't know how to do all that stuff. I only watched other people do it, but I thought this was a great set because I know you're all about dragons.
Gorgeous. It's a gorgeous set, and it looks like it's a medieval artwork. It's beautiful. Let me say hello to Jada Deep Mindy. She said, hail to the birthday girl, the incomparable Valkyrie. Great to see you as always, my lovely. We've got Genuine Comics says, happy birthday. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. And we have got Shield Wall of Dragons. Great to see you as well. Nosferatu says, Purple's about to whip out the Ouija board after those tarot cards. You know what? That's the one thing that I wouldn't touch. I'd have one, just to have on display, but I don't think I'd ever actually, move the thing around.
I never played with those. I never played with those. I wouldn't want
to play with it. No.
I mean, I think the last time I had somebody do the tarot card thing was when I was wasted in college, which was like a million years ago. And it was just trippy, and talking about and it was a traditional tarot card deck, and I'm pretty sure she was just making shit up as it went along, because we ended up fooling around that night. So I don't really remember it. I just remember there were tarot cards, and it was some crazy punk rock chick with dyed black hair and a mini skirt with combat boots. So somebody had Salty's number. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be honest about it. So it still works now. Let's be honest.
And Ren Zero's quite correct. Don't screw around with dark magic. Absolutely.
You don't mess around with a man named Jim either.
Yes.
Yeah. Or bad Libro Brown.
A couple of other awesome things that I got. So how much I love the weird and wonderful, and this is a book that I've been wanting to read for a long time, so I'm very excited. It is Phantasmagoria, and it is a compendium of monsters, myths, and legends. Very excited, and hoping that this gives us some inspiration for stuff to cover.
Totally. Yeah, I've got dozens and dozens of woo-woo articles, because the world, this may shock everyone in chat, the world has not stopped losing its mind. Now those of us who have been walked this earth for at least 3 weeks remember when there were multiple UFOs over North America and Europe and Latin America. Now that story
disappeared, didn't they?
quicker than a informer for Bill and Hillary, inexplicably. So, but we do have some follow-ups on that, with them being reported over Russian sites now, because
Interesting.
that's how that works.
Because of course. Fandad says, happy birthday, Perps. Thank you so much. And from Sarah Green, thank you, sweetheart. She says, Purple, this is not the best gift. Oh, it absolutely is, but I send this sincerely to a friend I've yet to meet. I cannot wait to meet you. I would love to hang out in person. Salty, do you speak Elvish? Because I don't want to butcher this.
I haven't had a drink in a while, but I can try. Glasiu Ornad. I tend to drift more toward the Dwarvish, but Sarah Green will correct our pronunciation, which is one of the things that I like about her. But if there's a phonetic way we can say it, one thing I'm not going to do is roll my R's like not Gladriel in Not Lord of the Rings on Amazon Prime. Place your bets. What calamity from God is going to happen on the set of Rings of Power next? I mean, they've already killed a horse. One of the buildings already caught fire.
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder, is somebody maybe someone will have that sudden thing where you expire due to having 5 of those things. Maybe that'll happen. I'm not wishing it. I'm just saying, would it surprise you?
Would it? I'm pretty sure it's the universe telling them to not make crap out of the professor's work, but what the hell do I know?
I don't think Warner Brothers is listening to that one either. Yeah.
We've got the lovely Eponymies minion. Hello, sweetheart. She says happy birthday. And we have got the lovely Lady Miss. Thank you, ladies. Great to see you. Happy birthday, Purple. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have got Makini. Great to see you, Makini. Hello. One of our very talented artists here on the YouTube sphere. Great to see you. Daniel says UFOs are so last week.
I know. It's all about the climate change. It's all about climate changey trans now. Ask Disney. That's what everything. Oh, in DC.
Of course.
Yeah.
DC.
You know what this is? This is the last bit of the DCEU crashing into a mountain, because Aquaman 2 is going to be all about that climate change. What a joke.
We've got Adega. Great to see you, Adega. Hello there. Good afternoon. Good to see you as always. Renzero says he would pronounce it Glaswi Ornanar is how I would say it.
You sounded so much better when you said it.
Renzero was kind enough to put it phonetically, so thank you.
Glaswi Ornanar.
Yeah. That's on Klingon.
I'm 6'5", but I still make a better dwarf than an elf. Let's be honest about it, all right?
And T-Bud Martin, thank you. Thank you so much, love. Great to see you, as always. So, yeah, I was very lucky. I've got a few more amazing books, if you don't mind. I'm going to reach across because they're kind of heavy. You guys know how much of a huge fan of the late, great Terry Pratchett I am. So this is the last compendium they ever put together of all of the books, all of the characters, and it's got wonderful artwork by Paul Kidby. Very excited to have this. This is one that I've had on my list for a very long time. And
that's another series that I went looking for hardcovers in. Good luck. Maybe in the UK, maybe in Australia, you can find it, maybe at your local bookstore. But I like to use thrift books for a variety of reasons. You can get decent priced, decently, gently used books, but they don't have any. They do not have any Pratchett hardcovers at all. Now, there are some special editions, but they're a couple $100 each. So if you're interested in getting these things like Pratchett's works, and you stumble across something at a thrift store, which is one of my favorite things to do, is to find stuff like that.
Yeah, find it in the wild.
Get it. I mean, the problem, like anything else, there are speculators who they have nothing better to do but go to a Goodwill or a thrift store, whatever the hell it is, and then they post this shit on eBay for like $200, and then it just drives up the price of everything, which is ridiculous. I mean, it is capitalism, but it's
noticed just going around the stores themselves how much the prices have steadily increased. A
it's
book
kind
that
of
would
weird.
have been maybe $2 is now $5, $8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you still have an opportunity here to get things on DVD. Where I am, there's a lot of people, unfortunately, from California who retire here. When they die, they leave all their stuff to the Goodwills and stuff, so you can come across some pretty cool things. Now, it's a tragedy that they died, but there's a lot of DVDs. There's a lot of DVDs, and the sad thing is you can always tell when someone who's a nerd has passed on.
Mhm.
Like, I literally stumbled across, probably it was 200, I'm not even kidding, about 200 Star Trek paperbacks, and you could tell this person was somebody who read their book like this, who never wanted to
They were
crack the spine,
gentle with them, yes.
which
Didn't
I'm
fold the
so
pages back.
that's not me. I mean, I haven't even bought the thing and it's ripped in half. That's how I work with paperback books. But it's like you can stumble across those. Now, paperbacks you can still get for $2, but hardcovers, they're $5. Like, bam, $4.99 for a used
Mhm.
hardcover book. And is that a lot of money at the end of the world? Is salty like homeless? No. But what I am saying is that even these things that we would just go to, they're getting a lot more expensive. And look at what I think it was Sarah Green and Daniel and other people were
Yeah.
saying in chat. Good luck trying to buy like some of the new sets of Tolkien or some of this other stuff. But
Well,
when it
even,
comes to Pratchett you
J.K.
cannot find.
Rowling, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got a complete set, and I don't care if you think I'm a dick or not. I actually like the Harry Potter books. I do.
Mhm.
Now, are they perfect? No. But I got the complete set of those hardcover, and I piecemealed that together off eBay because I enjoy reading it. But I'm trying to do the same thing with multiple books. Yeah, everybody can shit on Sword of Shannara and Terry Brooks. That's fine. But Chronicles of Amber, Piers Anthony, a whole bunch of people like that.
Yeah. And
Get
McCaffrey, yep.
them. And that's the other part.
Mhm.
Dragon Quest, get the Dragon Quest. If you haven't read this, this is a salty pearl. Get the Earthsea books, okay? This is from the 80s or late 70s. Get the Earthsea books if you're looking for good fantasy, okay? And Anne McCaffrey's Dragon Riders of Perd. The first book is Dragon Quest. So, yeah.
Good advice. We've got some more people that have joined us. We have got the man himself. We've got Clobbering Times. Great to
Hail,
see you,
Clobby.
Club. He says, "Hey, Purple, wish I could hang out, but I'm out of town at my parents'. Happy Easter. Just wanted to stop by and wish you a very happy birthday. Love you big time. Love to you too as well. Always great to see you." And we have got from the incredibly generous Ian Zuforth. Thank you so much. He says, "Happy birthday, Purple, you legend." Well, you legend as well. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are amazing. And we have got the lovely Six in the house. Hello, sweetheart. Let me just jump back and see what we've got. She has sent us a pair. It says, "You are amazing." Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. I really, really appreciate that. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anybody's
I'm looking too.
comments. Yeah,
I'm looking
got
too.
that. There we go. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. We have got Renzira says Dragonlance books by Weiss and Hickman are a must for fantasy fans. Yeah.
Yeah, we should have a stream sometime with people who've read those books because I have some strong opinions about them. I do think Dragons of Autumn Twilight is probably one of the greatest stories to come out of the 80s. I really, really do. I have a hard time with the next book. I think book 2 takes way too long, but that's not this show. But you gotta respect that because I think it was around 86, 85 that was, after you'd read Tolkien and you'd read Sword of Shannara, that was a natural evolution of a kid who grew up in the 80s was reading the Dragonlance Chronicles. And it's a shame that I would say some of the larger channels overlook that, like they overlook they definitely overlooked Robert Jordan when the Wheel of Time series came out. But yeah, good stuff.
There is, and Daga says Purple helped design a hardcover book. She has an eye for it. I did indeed. I was very, very fortunate to have a very little hand in helping. So thank you. Thank you so very much. Sarah Green says Piers Anthony loved the Incarnation Tales and Earthsea.
Yes.
second
Yes.
you recommending these, absolutely.
These are good. These are things that,
Mhm.
you know, they're definitely a Gen Xers type of a fantasy,
Oh,
and you know,
yes.
besides Tolkien and other things like that, they're really good reads. They're really, really good reads. So
They are, and they're just fun to read. I think that's what we need to get back to as well.
yeah,
Actually reading for pleasure, which
yeah,
I will put my hand up. I don't do enough anymore. I used to when I was younger, but life takes over. But that's the one thing I am doing this year. I'm determined to read at least one book a month. So I'm working on that. Ian Zuforth sends us another super chat. Thank you, Ian. He says, I'm putting together a physical collection of George MacDonald Fraser and Raymond Chandler because there's no way they won't get edited
yes,
digitally at some point.
you're right.
Yes,
Same thing
absolutely.
with the Robert E. Howard Conan books.
Mhm.
Get
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I have something in my shopping cart. You can still find that stuff out there, unedited, like omnibuses or collected works from that were printed in Weird Tales and other magazines. You can still find that at a reasonable price because
Same with Lovecraft. Yep.
the people who like chopping pieces off themselves and sewing it back on while telling us that a failed ideology works, they're going to get to that too. So, yeah. Here's another series. Obviously, a lot of people talk about Michael Moorcock and, of course, My
Oh,
White Balance.
yes.
Read, you can still get Michael Moorcock, and they've just done a
Yes.
reissue of the omnibuses for Michael. I'm totally getting strain brain for Michael Moorcock's Elrock saga.
Elrond.
Now I
Yeah.
have that in graphic novel as well, but you can find that the first couple books are in one series, and this is something that you want to be a nerd's nerd. You can still find paperbacks
Oh,
of
look
the
at those.
old Doctor Who, and they've got Pertwee, they've got the first Doctor, they've got obviously Peter Davidson. You've got all of it. You
I
can still
love the
find these.
covers of these things.
I remember buying these as a kid in the 80s, and I've got a bunch of them back there. But these are great stories, and you can tell they're short little books. But there are people who will sell you like 20, 30 of these as a lot on eBay,
Mhm.
and you don't know what you're going to get, and it's just, they're just great stories. And, depending on what the Doctor is, you're going to hear Pertwee or Tom Baker's voice, or you're going to, or just, it's good. It's a good story. And guess what? It's profoundly lacking in trans representation. Human beings are bad, and climate
Climate
change.
change, yeah.
It's a story as opposed to the story of those things, which is meant to tax you and destroy you. Sorry.
No, you're absolutely right, and I always forget about that. You talked about the Star Trek books. I've got
Oh,
books
yeah.
for different horror franchises, especially Nightmare on Elm Street. They did books which are very hard to find, but I was lucky enough to find them very cheap at one point on eBay. But you can find these things, but you really have to search for them. It's kind of crazy. We have got from Scott Westbrook, great to see you. He sends us a $5 super sticker. Thank you. And it's a pear and a lemon giving a high five. So thank you. Thank you, love. I really appreciate you. Let's see what else you guys are saying. We have got the man himself. We've got the MVP, Maxfield von Priestley. Great to see you, Max. It says, happy birthday, Purple. Thank you. Thank you, love. Great to see you. And a great stream you had earlier, painting the figures. I've tried in the past, but I don't have your eye. So well done. That was a really nice chill stream to watch, and I think that's what we need more of. We need more people bringing their hobbies and what they love onto YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, we talked about the leather work that I do and some painting that I
Mm-hmm.
do. You do painting. You're also starting dioramas, which I won't talk about until you're
Yes.
ready. But
Mm-hmm.
there's what it isn't is it's not rage baiting. It's not essentially making the same video 20 times a day about the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's fascinating. I mean, I still watch those videos too, but for me, I've reached a point um where what we're getting that used to be called entertainment is beneath contempt. Guys,
Mm-hmm.
it's not Star Wars. It's
It's
spoiler alert, Indiana Jones, despite all the reshoots, it's not Indiana Jones. Okay, like it just it sucks. It sucks. It's terrible, right? Like, I
that's
want good
okay.
new things. I want good new things. I do, but we're not going to get them. We're probably not going to get them. Okay, we're probably not going to get it from Warner Brothers. I really want the War of the Hammer to be good, but here's the thing: prepare yourself for it not to be. Okay,
Mhm.
that's not being blackpilled. And I will talk to any YouTuber, regardless of their size, and I will talk about this all day, and it gets me really pissed off because at a certain point, I don't want to get on YouTube just to get views, to make shit up, okay? And
Mhm.
just to give people false hope, okay? I think Picard, and yeah, I'm going to go there. I think Picard did that to a lot of people. Some people who are friends of mine who I really care about as people who are content creators on this, okay? If you like Picard, that's cool. I happen to think it's garbage, and I think it's an insult, but
Mhm.
that
And
doesn't
that's
mean that you're
okay.
wrong,
Yeah.
you know?
Remember back in the day when nerds could actually have these sort of discussions
Yeah,
and still
yeah,
walk away friends at the end of it? That was the
yeah,
whole point of being a nerd. You would have this kind of back and forth with one another to have this discussion and actually
yeah,
hash it out and why you feel this way and why the other person feels this way. And usually you
yeah.
would find some way to meet in the middle, or you would just, okay, I don't understand where they're coming from, but that's okay because they still love whatever the thing is, be it Star Trek, Star Wars, Tolkien.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I watch Star Trek endlessly, TNG. I'll talk about it with Nerdporial, who's Mr. Freaking Star Trek. I will talk about Wheel of Time with my Wheel of Time friends. I mean, you can still love what came before. But
Mhm.
for me, it's just, I'm not going to let this stuff that's clearly not The Witcher or clearly not Star Trek or Star Wars or Lord of the Rings come in and poison and make me sad. I'm just
Mm.
not going to. Now, if you want to let it into your life, go ahead. I mean, don't listen to me. What the hell do I know? But I'm not going to sit here and make endless videos just making fun of it because it actually hurts my heart and hurts my soul. And we have to start protecting our psyches and what we let in here
Mhm.
because there's a lot more agenda than there is anything else out there. Okay, so that's where I'm coming from with this stuff.
Absolutely. And also, we have got a great comment from Sarah Green. She says, Purple Valkyrie, my latest video of Sarah Green dancing. I'm still learning how to create content. I work with another YouTuber for the music. I'm kind of proud of it. See, that's what we need more of. The passion that people have for whatever it
Yes.
is they're making.
Yeah.
And that is awesome.
Yeah.
So,
It's our humanity that we have to save. And it's
mhm,
part of the reason why this entertainment is not good and why we're rejecting it and why we don't like it is because they've taken the human elements out, the hero's journey,
mhm.
men being men, women being women, and that can mean women swinging swords. It can mean that, but
Oh, yeah.
women are also feminine. Guess what? Women don't have penises. Just gonna spoiler alert. Then again, I'm 53 years old. Maybe there's someone older than me that knows different, right? Um, but I mean, here we are, and it's like we as a culture, there's a group of us, but we each of us are responsible for what we're deciding to let in here, you
Mhm.
know? And we have to make plans accordingly if this stuff is going to just continue to poison us even more, which is why I'm doing leather work and I'm doing other things and spending a lot of time outside. And Purple, you're doing your creative work. You
Mhm.
got Sarah Green doing dancing,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We've got some more people joined us as well. We've got Chef Zilla, haven't seen you for ages. Hello, love. He says,
Sweet.
happy birthday, Purple. Thank you so much. And we have got Lyle Hammock. Hello, Lyle. He sends us a $10 super chat. Thank you, love. He says, happy birthday, my dear Purple. Hope your days are bright and worry-free. Can't stay. Have a family
Oh,
engagement, but wishing you all the best. And thank you for all you do. Hail and much love. Thank you. Well, thank
hail
you, love.
Lyle.
It's great to see you. And I was reading through the Wolf chats, and a few of you guys were going back and forth the other day, and I can see the passion that you have for all of
Yeah.
these.
Yeah, and we don't all agree. Lyle doesn't
Mhm.
agree with me. I don't agree with him. Other people don't agree with other. I mean, and that's the cool thing. And yet, at the end of the day, I mean, Lyle will be watching me or other people, and we can all agree to disagree. And that's the cool part. It's when people say, if you don't like this thing,
Mhm.
like Picard season 3, then you're against us. Just gonna park that right there. So,
Mhm.
but
And
I see
that's
Brightest Day is in the chat. Brightest Day made this for me,
yes.
and I'm still working on sanding it. This is about a
Oh, look at
16-inch
that.
Gandalf. Yeah, and
That
look at this. This is Brightest Day made this for me. Thank
can
you
I
again,
full
brother, for that.
screen that? Is
Yeah,
that
do it.
okay?
Go ahead, man. Nobody. Yeah,
All right.
I'll look at this.
There we go.
This I said, make
That
me the
is
largest
beautiful.
Gandalf that you can, and he did. And it's got an arm and all this other stuff. So I'm still working on this because I haven't decided if I'm going to paint this yet or if I'm just going to leave it this way and put it behind me on the studio. But this is the kind of stuff that fills hearts and souls. You know, I mean, we have to start doing things with our hands. We have to start being creative because Hollywood
Mhm.
isn't being creative for us anymore. You know, just gonna say that. So hail to you, dude. Brightest day,
Yes.
good guy.
And thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Brightest Day. Always, always great to see you. So thank you, sweetheart. Always a pleasure. Jay says, just wait till season 3 of The Witcher drops. There's a good reason. Henry told us that he was out at the start of
I hope.
filming.
Do you think
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
make him? Do you think they'll make him gay, or what are they gonna do? Or climate change? Will there be climate change in Witcher 3? I don't even care anymore. I stopped watching. I made it a couple episodes into Witcher season 2 and I walked, which sucks.
Yeah,
Which
I only ever watched the first season, I've got to admit, and I thought it
yeah.
was great. And whether or not you actually liked it, you really couldn't have asked for anyone better to have played Geralt.
No, and many, many other people have said it, but there's absolutely no reason why
Hmm.
he is not James Bond, why he is not in everything, why he and Keanu Reeves are not in everything, why I just we here's the thing, we know the reason why. The reason why is Henry Cavill represents the best of what it is to be a man, in my opinion. I don't know him
Hmm.
personally, but he's a nerd. He takes care of himself. He values the source material. He has ethics. He has morality. And I think that is the one thing that Hollywood is doing everything they can to destroy is the idea of that mature masculine, which is what
Mm.
Henry Cavill represents. He's a good looking dude who's got a big heart, who's capable and competent, and would make a good mentor. That is what Hollywood does not want.
No,
Just gonna say that.
which is why they don't want to go anywhere near him, unfortunately. And Chris Pratt
No.
has had kind of the same thing, even though Chris Pratt has been around for longer, so he's kind of more established. But they will do whatever they can to get rid of him, unfortunately. And Renzer says that's fantastic. Nice work, Brightest Day. Absolutely. It
He's a
is
cool dude.
incredible. Speaking of cool dudes, we have got TZ Burden. Great to see you and thank you. He says, hi, Purple. Happy birthday. Sorry I'm late. Not at all. Always, always good to see you. There is no late in a Valkyrie stream. There is anybody is welcome. Whenever you can join, it's always good to see you guys. You know that this is your show as much as it is ours. There was one more thing I wanted to show you. Well, there's actually a couple of things, but the last birthday presents that I
Oh,
got,
cool.
since we're still talking about books, this is a big one. So there we go.
Oh.
Now, anybody who knows me knows how much I love practical effects, especially makeup effects. And this book, I think it came out around about September of last year, and I've had my eye on it ever since. It's a big, thick hardback, and I absolutely cannot wait to read this. It has pretty much every major movie you can think of with the practical effects, everything from Planet of the Apes to Del Toro to the Marvel movies to Tolkien.
That has all
And
that gross stuff in there that
it
I don't
does.
like, but purple's all about. I'm going to shout out some more people in chat. We've
Heck
got
yes.
Eastlyn Buckholter is here. Hail to you. We've got
Hey.
Spock's Friday nights. It's great to see everybody. Thanks for coming by.
Absolutely. Great to see you guys. TZ said we arrive as we intend to, like a wizard. Absolutely. Spock, great to see you. Live long and prosper, as always. Great to see you. Yeah, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was I actually had a surprise today. One thing that I wasn't expecting, I got a call and I was invited over to see my grandparents' house. Now, this is a place that I haven't seen in probably several years at least. And honestly, I never thought we'd be able to go back. They sadly passed away, but we were allowed to pick up some of their belongings. So
Wow.
I was lucky enough to grab a few mementos, and lucky for me, my grandparents had a really eclectic but impressive eye for collecting things. So one of the things that I picked up, I have loads and loads. You can't really see it. That's better. I picked up probably 30 or so of these. They are horse brasses. I absolutely adore these things.
Would these have been worn like on the halters of a horse, or on
Yeah,
saddles, or ceremonially?
a little bit of both. Basically, what they did,
Okay.
they would hang down the sides and from the reins, mainly from the larger horses.
Okay.
But yeah, the anytime they were on show, so you would get like rows of these brasses hanging down, and
That's
they
cool.
represented different things. I just grabbed a dragon and a lion.
Will you show it again, Purple Valkyrie? Because
Oh
I
yeah,
want to see them. Because I'm
yeah.
selfish.
Let
Totally
me
selfish. Yeah,
full
get rid of me. Nobody
screen.
wants to look at my
There we
ugly.
go. There we go. So
Oh, that's
there's
cool.
an example. That's the Welsh dragon. Obviously, a lot of my family come from Wales, so it's only natural that I would have that one. But what I'll do is I'll take a picture, and when I sort the collection out, but was very, very lucky to get these. The other thing that I picked up was this. If I can get
Oh,
the
that says
glare off.
penny farthing. Tell
Penny
me more of that,
farthing.
because I'm just a Yank, and we just read about this stuff. We don't know what the hell it means.
Yeah, this was a I don't know why they thought the penny farthing was a good idea, but basically what it was a bicycle. It has, as the thing shows, one very, very large wheel, one much smaller wheel, and then you would kind of perch up here, but you were not like a normal bike where you were on the level, but you were way up in the air. They didn't really catch on because they were so dangerous for people. But yeah, they first came about around about the 1890s, and they kind of stayed around for a while. And it was mainly obviously gentlemen who rode about on them. But yeah, this is a 1 penny and a farthing coin, which do not exist anymore.
What was a
Obviously,
farthing, I guess, in British currency at the time? Because I am not up on my numismaticism with the UK.
that I would have to work out. Not a lot. So it's like we used to have pennies, halfpennies, which was half a penny. We had farthings, and then we had the normal currency as well. But yeah.
We've got Pod Raising Palpatine, who says there's still a guy that rides one around Birmingham city center now and again.
See, that I haven't seen, but I would very much like to see it.
Dude, he's got to wear spats and like the waistcoat, the cutaway coat, and the top hat with a monocle. You know what I mean? Like, and then charge Americans like $20 for a picture. Then you never have to work again.
That would be amazing. I hope he's got a little bell on the front that he rings as he goes round.
I want him to have like a semi horn, like. Could you imagine a guy riding that?
Scared the hell out of people as he comes around the corner. Yeah.
That's the way my mind works. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Apollonie, she says she's just started her 5D painting of the original Star Trek crew for Clubby's friend R.M. Briggs. Okay, that's amazing.
That
And
is amazing.
Apollonie's minion is very talented when it comes to the 3D diamond painting. I've never had the patience for it, but what she creates is beautiful. Sarah Green says, those are incredibly wonderful. What an amazing collection. Do take care of them, especially get them appraised. That's a good idea. I have no idea if they're worth anything. For me, it's just sentimental value, but they're all solid brass. The horse brasses. It's great to see. Renzira says a farthing today is worth a quarter of a penny.
Wow.
So yes.
So it's worth like $1. It's like since Joe Biden took office, it's about a farthing is worth like a
I might keep hold of that, and I might have to like break the glass eventually, in case I want to buy a loaf of bread or something.
Yeah.
Old Dan, great to see you. Says, happy freaking birthday, Perps. Well, thank you, love. Great to see you as always. And if you guys have time, there is one more very special thing I'd like to show, but I have to lean very far forward, so I'm just going to turn my camera
vamp for a while. All
just
right,
a second.
Do you need the Indiana Jones music? Dun, 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 dun.
Are we
She
going
could
to
be
get
doing
stuck?
something really risky.
I could be doing something very, very strange.
Dun, dun.
But there we go. All right. So that
Make
is
that full screen. That's
that.
gorgeous.
Like I said, they had a very eclectic taste, but this is kind of amazing. So little globe, brass again, but it's got all of the astrological zodiac signs around the outside. It's got countries that don't exist anymore. It's got countries that
like
should
America,
exist.
like the United States. Yeah, that's on there too, huh? Okay.
That's on there too. New Zealand apparently doesn't exist because that's not on there. A lot of South America is in the wrong place, but that's okay. But yeah, this is very, very cool and pretty heavy as well. Pod Racing Palpatine said that's a miniature drinks cabinet. I wish that was the case. That would be kind of amazing, just to keep my little bits in. And let me come out of full view. I probably should have explained that I'm actually downstairs. This is my living room, guys, in case you guys have never seen it before. But we have got a special guest joining us. Let me bring him in. The man himself. We missed him. You love him.
What?
It's Prophet of the Dragon.
How am I the special guest? It's your birthday.
Look at this guy.
I'm just running around trying to make ham and keep the troops fed.
The whole time I'm on the show, I'm getting pinged from Steve going, "There's Easter eggs all over my yard. The kids didn't pick up," and it's like, yeah, he's like burning his ham,
worst, right?
burning his ham.
Wait,
the
ham is fine. we spent like an hour and a half trying to find one damn egg. And the worst part is I hid them all.
How could you forget?
Wow.
I did because we do 2 million. We're crazy, but it's my daughter made all her eggs were South Park characters this year.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty crazy. She's nuts. But who cares about me? Happy birthday. How are you? You're looking like you're chilling. Look at that.
I am chilling. I'm chilling, and guys, you probably saw Eddie trying to get up and escape. So what I'll do is probably put him on the floor, since he seems to be sick of me chatting. But yeah, guys, everyone's saying hey to Steve, as Jen says, keep the mayonnaise off the stream. TZ says,
we got you covered.
I
got him covered. Yeah.
Man, wherever I go, I don't know why I have all these online metas, between donuts and mayonnaise and I don't know, whatever. Leave the mayo out of it, please.
Your adoring fans know you very well, Steve.
Yeah, okay.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay. Yeah. That's exactly it. Everybody likes to torment me till I explode. That's all it is.
I do. I actually really do.
That's okay.
One of my favorite things to do.
I know my role.
Yeah.
I know my role. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm a self-realized person. I know my lane. I stay in it. Right.
So, Steve, what did you think about the last episode of Picard?
You know what? All right, bye, Purple. Love you. Have a great day. Have a fantastic birthday. Happy Easter. Let's. You really Jesus. I think I don't know.
I watched you live, and then we hung out backstage on Nerdporial stream. I wasn't on the show, just to talk about some of this stuff. And I thought this one might have damaged you permanently, dude. So.
Well, it's even Brian was Nerdporial's hey, he just actually texted me now. He's like, if you don't want to react to the last two, it's okay. If that one broke you, he's like, if that one broke you, you don't have to, because I didn't show up to Friday's review thing after review.
Oh dear.
But it wasn't even because of that. It seemed funny because the timing was great, but I happened to have family over, so I just couldn't make it. But no, I'm in. Look, man, I've done 8 of these. How am I gonna miss the 2 worst episodes of all time on anything?
You're just a hater.
Never.
You're just a hater.
I know I am. Whatever. I don't know. Look.
I'm a hater too, apparently.
I don't know. I heard Alex and Gray didn't particularly like it either, so I haven't got to watch the replay yet. So.
Our own personal ray of sunshine, Wakazashi's Tea House, hated it.
And I respect Gray a ton just because I feel is sort of. He's like me a lot, but he's like I'm on the negative spectrum. He's on the positive spectrum, but he's true to his own feelings, and that's what I respect about Gray. No matter what, yeah, right. But no matter what, no matter what the temperature in the room is, if he likes it, he likes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. He's true to himself, and that I hugely respect that. I try to be that way, but I'm a horrible negative person apparently, but. Yeah.
Well, you just have better taste than Gray, and I keep telling him that. But that was supposed to be funny. I love Gray.
We love Gray. And Gray is eternally positive. We've got great people. We've got Punk Waddle in the chat as well. Great to see you. See, everybody's happy. Big hello to Domain Stokely. Hello.
Can we go back to Punk Waddle 1 second? Punk Waddle has started his own channel. I don't know if we have anybody modding for us right now, but if you could find Punk Waddle's channel, please, and put it in the chat. Punk Waddle, he's a mod for me. He does great work with Snowdub, and he, of course, works with Floor from Under the Rock. He has a fantastic penguin alter ego that he does really good stuff with. But our man Punk Waddle has started a new channel, and I got to meet him in Dallas last year. So did Purple Valkyrie. He's a really good dude. So please check out Punk Waddle's YouTube channel.
How did I miss this? I must have been. I've been sort of off.
Dude, you can't find Easter eggs you hid in your own yard. How the hell are you gonna find a YouTube channel unassisted? Am I wrong, chat?
I found it. I just didn't know he finally did it. Thank goodness. we need more Punk Waddle. That's all I know.
I agree.
Yeah, we do.
Man, why do I get attacked wherever I go?
There's a lot of haters out there for you, Steve. What can I say?
It's okay. I can take it. It's okay.
You do this shit to me all day long on text.
I can practice.
You just play the victim, dude. Okay.
No. I do. And I'm good at it. But I get practice being attacked from the kids, so it's like it's all good. I'm not worried about it.
That's why I love Easton. Easton's my hero.
Yeah. Anytime I think I'm getting a little above my station, Easton just
cuts you off at the knees.
Cuts me right at the knees. Right at the knees. You suck, Dad. Oh, thanks, buddy. Love you too. We do it with love, though. It's okay.
Just dent the ego a little bit more.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I think you had a super chat sneak by at Purple Valkyrie.
Yes, I've got a big thank you. We've got Pod Racing Palpatine. Hello, my love. He says, please let us never speak of Rey Skinwalker again. Amen to that. Does anybody care that she's back? I mean, I've nothing against Daisy Ridley, but
no. And you know what else I don't care about? I haven't cared about any of this Disney Star Wars shit. I mean, like, I didn't watch one episode of Boba Fett. You know why? I don't need to. And now you got this stuff with Tons of Fun and Jack Black, Talentless Dog. They're on The Mandalorian, and it looks like an episode of The Love Boat. And now we got Disney with like, what? Go ahead.
You told me they were in an episode, and
he didn't believe me.
You swore to me like for an hour, and I'm like, no, he's screwed. So I had to look. I looked it up for a second, and it's just like a shot of them two standing next to each other. I'm like,
he didn't believe me. I'm like, dude, have you seen this? And he's like, shut up. And then he's like, hours later, he's like, dude, that really happened. And I'm like,
well, and then it's like Mandalorian's happening, I guess. Like, who cares? Like, that's so weird. Like, that nobody cares at all. And then, I saw the Ahsoka trailer, and it just seemed boring. I don't know.
They all talk to each other like they were on a soundstage and they were all on lithium. Nobody's acting. Everybody's like, "Hi, my name is Ahsoka. I'm the bestest Jedi ever."
I don't know the temperature and I've been out of it for 2 or 3 weeks here. I haven't done really much YouTube at all. Well, my life, but I haven't really been paying attention to much of what anybody's saying about any of it. So I don't know, but I just looked at. I just watched the trailer. I'm like, wow, that just looks terrible. It's like, okay, Star Wars is officially still dead. I don't know. I had no interest in the Ahsoka. I was never a big Ahsoka person either. So. Yeah.
No, I mean, it's in Purple. I mean, what is your read on this? You've got this toxic masculinity that's dominating your stream. Aren't you happy you have representation of someone who has girl parts? I mean, was born with them, not that psycho who whatever for Bud Light.
I'm gonna go there. Sorry.
Honestly, I'm very much done with the whole Disney everything, whether it be Star Wars, Marvel, and pretty much I'm okay to check out, and I'm really sick of the remakes. Obviously we've got the Little Mermaid coming, which was actually one of my favorites cartoons. But apparently we've also got Moana being made in live action, and that's only just
already.
Already,
with the Rock.
Well, of course, the Rock voiced him, right? So at least that one. But that show that Moana was just made. We're now remaking live action cartoons that were made yesterday.
But there wasn't a climate change. There wasn't a climate change in trans kids' message in Moana, so they have to put that in there.
Well,
they're also doing the live action Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I can't wait to see how bad they screw up Stitch.
Oh my god!
Stitch is like going to be a turtle or something. He's not going to be a monster.
Stitch is one of my favorite cartoon characters. I think he's awesome.
Can you bet he's not like? What if he's not even a monster? He's just like a dog. It's like what? It's a monster. He's a monster. He's like, what are you doing? Like, it's crazy. Like, what is happening? Like, I don't know. All the it's like in I don't know. I think I messaged you guys like the whole. I get hate Disney stuff, but like Disney is drowning in good form. Like screw them. But like I'm just the Mario movie was good. I'm gonna go watch it probably again. We
talked about this.
I am so happy that it was good, fun. I mean, we went to first time in a full theater. It was sold out, like front row, everything. Like my whole family went. Like we bought out it was nine tickets. We all went as a family. It's the first time we've done that in years. So, and it was good. At least for me, it's one of those. So, I'm just gonna focus on that being good. There's enough hate. I can just look up Wheel of Time and,
Oh yeah.
Whenever you need to raise your blood pressure, you can just look at anything.
Oh, there's new junk every day, right?
Yeah, there's Steve and I will text each other, and it's like, let's just save it up. Let's just save it up.
Yeah. So So I don't know. There's been a drought on my channel, but hopefully, so hopefully here I'll get over this hump of life and get to start making content again. So, but
that's it. And we were talking about this at the beginning of the show. I think we need to remember that YouTube isn't real life. It's just. No, for most of us, it's a hobby. It's an escape, and it's something that we can do in our spare time. But just quickly, I want to say a huge thank you and hello to Stunning and Brave Megatron. Great to see you as always. He says happy birthday, Hot Stuff. Well, thank you, great to see you as always. Much appreciated. And we've got a question for Salty from Wheelraid Nation Gaming Clips. He says, Salty, in case you missed my question, what are the characters behind you on the frame on the shelf?
Okay, I did miss it because I'm busy being autistic. So what do we got here? So hold on, let me take a look. So we've got Geralt. This is and you have to do this reverse. I can do this. There, that's Geralt holding up a bag full of heads for monsters. That's a 12-inch. That is the partially invisible Predator, not the one from Prey, which is Steve's favorite movie ever made, but the original Predator. And then that is a 1/6 scale Bilbo. Then, of course, you got Batman, Captain America. You've got, everybody knows what those are. And then there's a bunch of Funko Pop minis that Purple Valkyrie got me, which are the blind boxes, which I will actually pull one up. These things go for $20 on eBay now. And Purple Valkyrie has a source in the UK where she gets them for $4 and then sends them to me. So she actually just sent me a full case, display case, which is on the way, and I'm going to be opening a bunch of these live. Now, I've got almost the entire Fellowship, but there's Gladriel, there's Nazgul, there's Sauron, there's a whole bunch of other characters. And yes, I know I don't own a lot of Funko Pop anything, but I love these little damn things. So that's
they are.
Oh yeah.
They are really cool.
And then you got Snape. God, I can do this. Then you got Snape right there. So
I love Salty's collection. One of the things I do love seeing when people are on camera is what they've got behind them. Like Steve has those incredible swords up from the wall. It's just, I love seeing what you guys have got. And speaking of which, let me say a huge thank you to Steve for becoming a member. Much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Before, I guess my team's cards, I guess. But
I went through the same thing. I went through the same thing. Yeah.
And D-Bud has sent us a reminder for the member chat. Thank you. We have got from Maximo von Priestley, who's been with us for 10 months. He says, love and miss you all. Still have the shirt you got me.
That's a beautiful shirt. That was the cats and sharks and lasers, and that looked really good.
That's a shirt to ride into war wearing with your sword.
That's a first blind date shirt right there. That's when you know if you got wife material or not. You wear that shirt, Max.
He also says Salty, he still got the lighter from Dallas.
I know. Thanks a lot. You're welcome.
There's a whole epic
There's
saga
a whole
behind that
there,
story,
which is hysterical. But
and
you're welcome.
I hope that was the question, my love. It says, "Hey, Purple, missed a question by Salty. Let me just check, see if there's any more. But I think that was it about the.
I will say this: there's a whole bunch of 1/6 scale Lord of the Rings stuff up here that's still in the box. Like virtually all of everything from Fellowship and Two Towers, Return of the King. These are the action figures that are 12 inches that came out when the movies came out. And I've shown them on screen before, but I also have other stuff. It's my fandom. You know what I mean? And Purple has a whole studio upstairs full of her stuff. And she has wicked cool stuff like Iron Man, not Iron Man,
Dr. Doom. Yes.
Dr. Doom. Yeah, he's a whole bunch of Dr. Doom stuff and Viking stuff. And Steve has his swords, which are awesome. And
some amazing Funko minis that Salty actually got me of the Universal Monster characters.
Those are getting hard to find too.
They are all of these. If you are a fan of these blind box, especially the Funko ones, if you can find them, get them because they're just skyrocketing.
Oh yeah, like this is Gimli. I just think he's cool as hell. And the detail. Look at this guy. There's more detail on Gimli's army on a Funko Pop mini than there was on any piece of armor in the Rings of Power. Okay, look at the back of this. Look at the attention to detail. And it's like, yeah, it's Funko. Is my entire life Funko? No.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because some of the Funko stuff is actually not too bad. Like at least it used to be, like way back. I know like Funko Pop's a thing, and but like it's out of control if you've been in a GameStop. But like those little old minis, I think those are neat. And I got my Finn and Jake right there, right? I mean, there are some things that's just like, you might not be able to get in a normal statue or something. It's just like, all right, you know what? I like Adventure Time. Screw it, Finn and Jake. What do you get? Whatever.
I do. I thought that was a great show, and Green reminds us as well that Return of the King is in theaters for the 20th anniversary next week.
Yeah, I gotta get a new. It's about time for me to get a new sword. I haven't got one in a while. The last sword I got was for Ryan. I got Ryan a sword, so it's like I gotta treat myself.
Hell yeah!
Decide what to get.
Everybody needs a cool sword.
Yeah,
this is my birthday sword from Purple Valkyrie, so I keep this handy for emergencies and such, like being pursued by radical trans activists who want to kidnap me. Just saying, these are handy,
It's always good to have one to hand. And let me say hello to Zach, who says, just dropping in from Legoland to wish you a happy birthday. Well, thank you. Great to see you.
Godspeed.
And
don't step on any.
Yes, be careful. And hello to Cavitano Cavalryman Shay. Great to see you. Always stumble over your name, but that's okay. Punk Water said really got into the Funkos because of the mini blind boxes.
Dude, right? I know, right? I mean, and like I said, I got the whole fellowship, like everybody. I mean, like I got them all behind me, but I don't have Mary. That's the only one that I don't have. And then there's Gladriel, which I really want. And then in Nazgul and Sauron. And I just like, but it's just, they're cool. They're fun. And I'm a nerd and I like cool shit. So whatever.
And we're really excited because Salty's got about 20 boxes heading his way. So fingers crossed he completes the collection. I can't wait to see what's inside them.
Wouldn't it be terrible if he doesn't get Mary? Oh, that would suck. If he all 20 boxes he doesn't get it, that would be terrible.
Don't jinx him, Steve. He'll come find
That's
you.
my job. I gotta bring him down to her. See,
it is his job. Steve's like he's a goddamn albatross. All right, he's just like a little rain cloud. People say I'm negative. No, this asshole. But check it out, like Saruman, man.
I love that.
Wise, my friend. Look at with the Palantir.
And even though they're stylized, they all look like the characters. They don't necessarily look like the actors, but some of them do. Especially Boromir, for example, really looks.
Well, that's exactly the one that I was grabbing. Now this. All right, I'm trying to mess with my white balance. Look at the detail on Boromir's shield. Again, I made this joke about the Rings of Power, but look at the attention to detail. Look at that is what Boromir wore in the movies. All of the detail is there. The sword is right. Even the back of his cloak. They can't. They get $500 million or whatever they got for the Rings of Power, and they can't even be bothered to sand the plastic edge of armor on a queen.
But she had that lycra printed chainmail underneath.
But to see, I can't talk about BIPOC females, otherwise I'm something an istophobe.
That chainmail looks so real. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, clearly
I was fooled.
We know
Dude,
nothing.
you're fooled by Easter eggs that you put in your own front yard. All right.
I didn't say anything that warranted an attack.
I'm not attacking you. This is fact. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
I love Easter.
And Cavatonio says there's always trading to get figures if you need to complete the set. Absolutely, yes. But I don't know anyone else who actually collects these. Like I said, there's a couple that I really want to. I'd like to finish the monster set because they look awesome, and one that I also adore are they're called Cryptkins. They're basically these mini cute versions of cryptids and monsters. So things like Mothman and Bigfoot and Nessie, and they're just adorable. I've got a few of them.
These are interesting, and I like to take a chance sometimes with different manufacturers. But this is Gandalf, and he has like an actual cloth cape with an actual, whatever. You can't put it over his hat, but whatever. Like this is a bendy figure though, where it's like, woo, it's plastic, and his staff is somewhere.
Okay.
But it's this is a pretty good size figure, and I think this thing was like $10 or $12 as opposed to like $100 for other ones. And if you're just a nerd and you don't want, you don't have unlimited resources, you can find cool things like this. I happen to like action figures that aren't hard molded plastic all the way across, like the Funko Pop Mimis are one. But I like the fact it's got this awesome Gandalf cloak with the the whole thing.
But that's why you like the 12 figures, wasn't it? Because of the detail and they actually have clothing and things and accessories. Are you a collector, Steve? Are you a figures, or do you prefer? Obviously, you love the weaponry.
Yeah, well, the weaponry, of course. I have some, but not all the time. I mean, I have a few. I got my. I have amiibos everywhere, but we know that's not. So I have my little Richter statue.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Cool.
So that, and I got my Dracula.
That is wicked cool.
From the Castlevania one. So, so and I have my little Simon amiibo, but so I mean, I get.
It's funny, we get embarrassed about this stuff, don't we? We're like, I hope you like it, but dude, I didn't even know you had those figures there. They're freaking awesome.
They've been sitting. Yeah, I have those, and I actually have the Netflix Pops ones too, like the Funko Pops, because they
Oh.
didn't have any statues. So I really like the Castlevania Netflix. You can see Aang back there, sort of. I don't know if you can see Aang on his.
Yeah,
Here, I'll
there
go
you
grab
go.
him.
let's
Hold on.
see it. Yeah.
Hold on.
While Steve is going, these are the 12-inch that you can get,
Yes.
which I highly recommend. These are 12-inch 1/6 scale figures. Now I have all of the Fellowship that's available. I am, however, still looking for. There is a oh shit,
So
Eowyn.
Eowyn, yep.
Eowyn in Gladriel, which I probably will. Oh, what? Go big,
Hey,
go big on
Easton.
that.
So there's
Okay.
Easton.
Hold
So
on,
yeah,
let
so I got
me-
my Aang statue there,
Oh, okay, that's amazing.
and of course
That's
you
cool.
can't have Aang without Appa, you know.
Oh,
That's
good
cool.
one. Okay.
That's awesome,
yeah,
dude.
so I get I pick up stuff here and there, but it's sort of it's not like I don't have a big collection of one thing, but yeah, so all the kids stuff, that's me. What can I say?
That is cool, and we've got a lot of collectors in the chat as well. So Stunning and Brave Megatron says, almost got all of my 1986 movie Autobots and Decepticons finished off. That is
I remember
cool.
when those came out back in the day in '86, man. Yeah.
And Pod Racing says purple Raven Forge in the UK is good for weapons. I will add those to the list. Very cool. And Jay says hubby is just starting building his epic Rivendell Lego set. Now
that thing is no joke.
That is
that
beautiful
is no
set.
joke, dude. That is a beautiful set. But
I
I'll
always
finish
wanted
showing.
Bilbo's house.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's like $1,000. But this is these are the, and obviously this is a dwarf, but as you can see the detail, you get it's old school action figure stuff. You got the helmet, you got Gimli's axe, and then of course all of that is cloth cut, and leatherette looking stuff. But you have the same thing for all the characters. All the Fellowship is there in Gandalf.
These are the toy figures, aren't they?
Yeah, these are the toy, and you can find these on eBay. Depends on the price. It's probably anywhere between 25 and 40, depending on the condition that you can get them at. So.
But they are going up, and that's one of the things we've noticed, and kind of what we wanted to talk about today, since we were talking about collections and what we love to get. If there is something out there that you've had your eye on for a while and you can afford it, I urge you to get it, because you never know, especially when anything Tolkien, anything Star Wars, anything Disney, it's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Well, I've always wanted Theoden's sword, so I may take the leap and grab it. I forget the name. I forgot. I have it saved somewhere, but yeah, I don't know. Stuff either gets really expensive or disappears. It's weird.
Yeah, I've always wanted the Rohan flag to go here, even though I've got my vintage Star Trek stuff. I've always wanted
Just want a dragon banner.
green field of Rohan. Yeah, we're gonna have to make one, Steve. We're gonna have to make our own Wheel of Time merchandise. That's what we're gonna have to do. So
Absolutely. Pod Racing says, "Is that a Gimli Ken doll?"
No, it's a Gimli Toy Biz doll.
Oh, Ken doll.
Figure.
Have you seen the trailer for the Barbie movie?
Please tell me you're not considering going to see it.
I'm gonna be first in line. I'm gonna be right there. Oh my goodness gracious!
Who thought this was a good idea? Who thought this was a good idea?
I almost died in the theater. Like it was.
Did you see? Did they
it
have
was
the
in front of the Mario movie. Like it was like. Well, that was what I was saying to Ryan, my oldest. Like I was amazed at just like there was like some really old people movies being previewed in front of the Mario movie. Like literally, like it was like. Golden Girls Go on European Vacation movie, and it's like,
what?
Why this is the Mario movie? Why are we showing this in front of the Mario movie? And then Barbie, and then like I don't know, man. They were previewing some odd, like it was like 45 minutes of previews too.
Well, of course it was.
But yeah, Barbie, I'm there. I've already pre-ordered tickets.
Weirdly enough, that's released on the same day as the Oppenheimer film as well. So you're going to have people going into Barbie and people going into that at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the trailer. It's clearly very tongue-in-cheek, and I like Margot Robbie. I think she's a fine actress, but it does make you wonder what else they're gonna make, because I know there's a Hot Wheels film coming based on that. God knows.
Uno.
About Rubik's
There's
Cube.
an Uno movie. There's an Operation
Tetris,
movie.
Yeah. Tetris
is good. Tetris is really good. I watched
good,
Tetris.
yeah.
Tetris
That's
is
Steve's
excellent.
hot button. That's Steve's hot button.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that movie a lot. Tetris is very good. But that's different. That's like the making. So are they all? I don't know. I guess if they're all like the story of how they were made, because that's Tetris, the Tetris movie.
Yeah, that's kind of like a behind the scenes how it came about. But,
like how interesting is the making of Rubik's Cube?
It's funny. I was playing with one of those last night. I picked one of those up, and it's like I still suck at it. I can still get like 1 or 2 sides, and then my brain hurts, and I'm like, "Fuck this thing," and throw it against the wall. That's how I reacted when they came out in the '80s. I'm like, "Let's go outside and hit each other with sticks. I don't want to play with this goddamn thing." So, yeah.
This isn't fun anymore. Bakuba76, great to see you, says, I hope they feature the song by Aqua. Me too. If they don't, it will be an absolute tragedy. Let me say hello to our favourite polar bear, Snortopoopas. Hello, good to see you. That's funny. Renzira says Tetris actually has a story behind it. It does. I heard it's a pretty good film. I haven't watched it. Funny enough, the film that we did watch recently was one that I think Salty covered. He did a video on it.
Oh God,
65.
Okay, now first of all, Daniel, if Daniel is still in the chat, please, everyone, publicly shame Daniel for saying watch this movie. I'm teasing. So Purple and I watched this yesterday on her official birthday, and I literally was like, why was this movie made? Now, has anybody in chat seen 65? If you have, Steve, have you seen 65? What was your opinion on it? And you got a lot of background noise.
I have not seen it, so I have no opinion. The only thing I heard about it all was Daniel and his father talking about it, so...
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think anybody else on the planet watched it. So
I hated this movie. How can you make an astronaut science fiction crash dinosaur movie boring? How can, but I don't know, but they found a way. And yes, they had a diverse girl who was the key to everything. And it's just Daniel Driver freaked out and wigged out like he did when he was Kylo Ren, only he didn't have the red lightsaber to beat up a council with, so it was just infantile rage. And then they shot it in current forests. They didn't try to make it look like the Jurassic Forest would have been back when dinosaurs were out.
It was Oregon and Louisiana.
Because trees were really big. And you know why trees and everything was really big and green? Because there was so much carbon dioxide and oxygen on the planet, which is why we had all these big trees. And it's just like, insects. We shot this on set in Mississippi, and then we shot this in Oregon. And they're in a field that looks like you went to your uncle's house to go hunting for turkey, and you're walking around, and that's supposedly 65 million years ago on Earth. So this movie just pissed me off a lot.
But Daniel says, I don't see what there is to hate about 65. It has an actual story. I like Adam Driver. I think he's a good actor. I wasn't sure what the film wanted to be, whether it wanted to be it was too dark to be a kids movie, but it was too lighthearted to take it seriously. But it wasn't hard sci-fi, but it wasn't really horror. I was just a little bit confused with the pacing. I know it didn't have a massive budget. I think it was
$4.
$4.
The way it looked, it was like $4 and change. Yeah. I'm sorry, Daniel. It's not personal. I didn't realize that virtually anything that looked cool was kind of in the trailer of this movie, and the rest of it was walking around the woods in Mississippi pretending that it's dinosaur time. And it's like that's what got me was
I like the T-Rex. He looked cool.
I hated this whole movie, but that's okay. I mean, like, I just wanted to be funny about it, and don't take it personally, Daniel.
And he says it had a really cute baby dinosaur. It did, but I won't give a spoiler as to what happens to the cute baby dinosaur.
And then what happened to that baby dinosaur? Remember, Daniel?
Did Adam Driver eat the baby dinosaur? That would have been cool if he like roasted it like a turkey. He's just like on a spit.
Didn't end well.
Like a pork.
Well.
Yes.
Yeah, for wearing his teeth. He's just like, all right, fresh roasted dinosaur. Love it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. But I need to jet because I gotta not burn the ham and make dinner.
Yes, we're gonna wrap up.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
We'll hang up.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you for joining. But this was fun, guys. Thank you for joining us on this little birthday get-together chill stream. I really appreciate it. Huge thank you to Salty, to Steve for joining. You guys are amazing as always. And a very, very special thank you and huge gratitude to everybody, not only in the chat, but everybody who sent super chats, super stickers, member chats. You guys are amazing. So thank you. Thank you so much. We will be back on Wednesday, I promise, and with more woo-woo. It's building up. We need to actually cover it.
There's a lot.
It's a lot to talk about. So thank you, guys. Big thank you and hello to Midnight's Edge After Dark. Hey, says happy birthday. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Soul Assassin says, Purple, you are now legally able to buy a beer. Thank you.
Just not Budweiser. Just not Budweiser. Yeah.
And Renzira says, before I go check your email, I will. I promise. I've got to catch up with people on the emails. But you guys are amazing. Thank you. Dan says, sharing a birthday with Jesus is kind of dope. I wish, but I'm not that special. It was actually yesterday. It was the 8th. But
she beats Jesus
Easter.
by a day, all right?
I got in there first.
It's Jesus' second birthday when he rose from the dead.
His second coming, his return.
Cleanse all of our sins. And you may not be religious, you may not be Christian or Jewish or whatever it is, but you have to recognize the impact that figure has had upon our Western civilization and the advances that have been made because of some of the teachings of that prophet. And we see what happens to a civilization when it loses its core values. Now, I'm not saying you have to convert or believe in everything, but what I'm saying is, when did things work better? Just gonna park that right there. That's all I'm gonna do. Because right now this is bullshit. Okay, it's just, this is not working. But,
I think that's a good way to end it. That's a happy thought. Absolutely, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Have a very happy Easter. Find more Easter eggs, eat more chocolates, enjoy your time. Have a wonderful time. We will be back on this channel at least on Wednesday talking woo-woo. Cannot wait to do that. But a huge thank you to Salty, huge thank you to Prophet of the Dragon. I will put their links below. Please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because both of these gentlemen work very, very hard on their respective channels, and I'm very lucky to know both of them. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you again very, very soon. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Happy Easter. Bye.